Central Illinois' best source for news and weather. WAND News at noon starts now.
Well, Senator Dick Durbin discussing the gun violence issue in the country as well as the state of Illinois. The push he was making this morning at the gun violence discussion.
Now, first weather from Storm Center 17, home of the exclusive Miles Storm Runner Equinox.
What a beautiful first day of fall we've seen so far across central Illinois. Lots of sunshine. We've seen the skies are almost crystal clear blue right now. So let's go ahead and take a live look outside. This is from our Roto-Rooter Plumbing Tower Cam overlooking Lake Decatur. Hardly a cloud in sight. What a beautiful start to our afternoon. We started off this morning with a little bit in the way of some cloud cover, but since then we've really started to clear things out. Temperatures across the area are right now sitting anywhere from the upper 60s into the low and middle 70s. So 69 right now in Jacksonville and Shelbyville, 71 in Springfield, Decatur and Champaign, 73 in Danville as well. So a really nice start to our day. And as we head throughout the rest of this afternoon, temperature is only warming by about 5-6 more degrees. Highs in the middle 70s for the most part. Lots of sunshine will continue. Clear skies overnight, allowing for cool, crisp temperatures. But I will be talking more on the potential for another warm up on the way coming up in my full forecast.
Well, breaking news at noon, Springfield police are looking for a 37-year-old woman. Her photo here, Rachel Bowman or Rachel Miller, was last seen yesterday. Police say nobody has heard from her since she was last seen leaving her house near Southwind Park around 7 Sunday night. Now, anyone with information is urged to contact Springfield police. And another breaking news at noon, we now know the man who died over the shooting over the weekend. Macon County coroner says Corey Laster died after being shot in the back. Decatur police say the shooting happened Sunday afternoon near the 800 block of North Morgan Street. He was taken to a hospital and died. Right now, police are investigating and no arrests have been made. And 2 drive-by shootings happened in the city over the weekend as well. The first happened Saturday night before 9. Officers say a man was shot in the back around the 700 block of West Sawyer Street. He's expected to be okay. Police say the suspect vehicle was a gray or silver minivan with tinted windows. And the second drive-by shooting happened just after midnight. Police say a 16-year-old boy was shot in the leg in the 800 block of East Decatur Street. His injuries are non-life-threatening. Police believe there's nothing to suggest that these shootings are related. Well, new at noon, a discussion on gun violence in the state of Illinois and the United States. Today, Senator Dick Durbin hosted a conference discussing the impact of gun violence. The senator is pushing for the Senate to vote on legislation that would help reduce the gun violence epidemic. Mark Jones, the senior policy advisor for the Illinois Council Against Handgun Violence, was a part of the discussion and says Illinois has passed a number of gun safety laws because 40% of the guns recovered by law enforcement are from out of state.
We're going to get a handle on that, and that's going to allow us to finally regulate the Illinois gun dealers and keep the percentage of firearms that are getting into the hands of bad actors in Illinois from coming from Illinois gun dealers.
Senator Dick Durbin also had a doctor present who talked about what it's like in the ER when multiple gunshot victims arrive into the emergency room. Well, an ATV crash turned deadly in Clark County Sunday afternoon. Illinois State Police say a 72-year-old man was riding an ATV with an 8-year-old girl in Martinsville on York Street when the vehicle left the road, overturned, and landed on the driver's side. Troopers have not specified who died in the crash. And a motorcyclist is facing DUI charges after crashing in Vermilion County over the weekend. Troopers say this crash happened around 9 Saturday night south of Westville on Illinois Route 1. Investigators believe the 57-year-old man driving the motorcycle quickly came up behind an SUV, tried to pass it, but instead hit its bumper. The man was ejected from the motorcycle and he has serious injuries. He was taken to a local hospital. Well, you have a chance to make a difference in someone's life this week. A blood drive is happening at Richland Community College in Decatur. Community Blood Services of Illinois will host the drive this Wednesday from 10 to 3. The blood mobile will be a Lot B at One College Park. If you'd like to schedule an appointment, find the drive online with code 60599. Well, train lovers got a chance to derail over the weekend at the Decatur Civic Center. At the Decatur Civic Center, people participated in multiple activities at the Decatur Train Fair on Saturday and Sunday. Hundreds of train model cars and rails were on display for families to enjoy. The fair was a 2-day event that brings people from all over the Midwest.
just kind of a chance for anybody that's into the hobby to come and find, stuff that they don't get to normally see, all in one spot.
Well, if you missed this one, there'll be another train fair the third week of April. And speaking of trains, it's Rail Safety Week in Illinois. It's meant to remind people to be careful around trains and railroad tracks. Unfortunately, reminders like these are needed. Officials say in 2018, there were 86 rail crossing collisions involving motor vehicles. That resulted in 26 injuries and 15 deaths. And there were 40 accidents that resulted in 18 injuries and 22 deaths after victims trespassed on a railroad property. Well, Lincoln, Illinois lived up to its namesake over the weekend. The town took on the world record attempt for the most people dressed as Abraham Lincoln. WND's photojournalist AJ Washington shares the sights and sounds from the record attempt.
Remember back when I was a child, they had the centennial here for the 100th anniversary because Abe christened this town with watermelon juice 100 years ago. And then they had the sesquicentennial for the 150th, and now they have this trying to go for the Guinness Book record.
It has been a lot of fun. I know some people got their costumes from different thrift stores, so being on the hunt for those was a lot of fun. And then just ordering it and trying it on and then waiting for the event has been a lot of fun, a lot of anticipation for that.
A part of it's research, know what were the items, who are the vendors who can supply it. So, for instance, basically from the neck to down to the pants. There's one vendor out in Michigan who does this. The hat comes from Pennsylvania, the shoes from Florida. So, yeah, and it is an investment.
I really enjoyed it. This is my first time. I was really honored, and I was really glad I was able to have the opportunity to participate and be involved.
Any time you put on the costume, you're representing Lincoln. You have a sense of pride in it. Obviously, Illinois, has a real love affair and connection with Mr. Lincoln, especially in and around here, close to the Springfield area. But yeah, I take great pride in it. My students look forward to whenever I do it. I get a lot of photos taken that day, kind of like today has worked out. But yeah, I enjoy doing it.
Come on! Unfortunately, they didn't break the record, but they looked like they had a lot of fun. Did you see all the little beards?
I know, the little children that he was mean mugging, just sitting there with the beard on his face.
Just practicing a President Stern face.
Yes, absolutely. What is it called? Not the mean mug. I can't think of it. Poker face.
Poker face. I was going to say
it's
business look?
Yeah, maybe that.
Jessica, fall. It feels like fall today. I was really enjoying it this morning.
It honestly feels so beautiful outside. It's turned out to be really such a gorgeous day. I broke out the chili. Are you a fan of noodles and chili?
I am a fan of noodles and chili.
Me too. Okay. Well, I made a post about it and people are looking at me like I'm crazy.
Noodles belong in chili.
Yeah, today is going to be a great chili day. Yesterday was a great chili day, and the official first day of fall across central Illinois, it has begun. It started yesterday morning, early this morning, I should say, at 2:50 in the morning. But I will be talking more on a not very much fall forecast coming up after the break.
Illinois' best source for news and weather.
Good afternoon and happy Monday. What a beautiful start to fall we've seen so far for this afternoon. Here's a live look outside. This is overlooking Central Park in downtown Decatur. Lots of people have been out and about, walking the path and getting lunch outside. And today is just going to be the perfect day for it. I think today is going to be one of the best days we're going to see so far this week. And looking at now our satellite and radar, we've really started to clear things out, which was expected for today. We had a couple of showers and storms work through both yesterday afternoon, lasting through last night, and even through parts of this morning. But man, since then we have really cleared things out. Even the clouds, we're not seeing a whole lot in the way of clouds yet either for today. So temperature-wise, all across the area, we're sitting now in the middle and upper 60s for much of central Illinois, into the low 70s for some, with a much cooler and drier air still as well off to our north and west, and that's going to continue to filter into our area, but closer at home. We are sitting right now in the upper 60s into the low and middle 70s. So really, it's going to be one of the best days to get outside so far for this week. Coming off a very hot stretch of a few weeks now, temperature-wise, this is what we were starting off with last week, and this is where we should be temperature-wise for this year. Sitting at 69 right now in Jacksonville, 71 for Springfield, Decatur, also into Champaign, 73 already in Danville and Paris. So a really nice, comfortable start to our afternoon. Just compared to yesterday, we're already about 5 to almost 15 degrees cooler right now than what we saw yesterday afternoon. And our wind speeds and our wind directions are really helping to reinforce that. So we have these winds, they are moving in from our north and west, and they're sustained at about 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting at times up to 20. So a little breezy as you step outside, but honestly, it's a northerly wind, so it's a nice cool breeze, really helped to bring those temperatures down. So heading throughout the rest of today, I do expect temperatures to climb maybe 5 to 6 more degrees before today is all said and done with, but overall plenty more sunshine's on the way. Clear skies remain as we head towards tonight with lows falling back into the low 50s. So it's going to be kind of a crisp, cool night, but overall, these are the fall-like temperatures I think a lot of people haven't been anticipating here throughout the past couple of weeks. So looking at our Nestlers and Associates precision cast, here's this cold front that worked through the area here over the past several hours. Now we have high pressure building in. This is what's going to be helping to bring us that sunshine both today and into tomorrow. However, we are going to be settling into a very busy pattern of weather. So this high pressure is going to quickly work on out of here. Even tomorrow, we're going to be talking about some warming temperatures, not by a lot, but temperatures back in the upper 70s, low 80s for some. We have another area of low pressure with this cold front that's going to be working back into the area. That's going to be our next big rainmaker as we head towards our Wednesday. That could be providing us with some scattered showers and storms as we head towards our Wednesday, but we'll quickly dry things back out looking ahead towards our Thursday. Now, in terms of those temperatures, we are going to be staying a bit above average for this week, but hey, we're in the 70s, so we'll take it. But what I'm concerned about are these 80s we have back in the forecast as we look ahead towards this weekend and into next week. So for today, temperatures climbing into the middle 70s, increasing sunshine, just a gorgeous day to get outside. As we head towards tonight, staying nice and cool with lows in the low 50s, but staying mainly clear throughout the overnight, still fairly seasonable temperature-wise. Here's a check of that St. Mary's Hospital 7-day outlook. A few rounds of rain before the warming temperatures arrive just in time for the weekend.
Well, now I'm here with Candace Hart, who is with our gardening segment here, and fall has officially arrived, and so now all of our fall plants are here as well.
Yeah, it's finally feeling like fall, which is great. And what I want to talk about a little bit today is how fall is a great time for planting, especially trees and shrubs, because we plant a lot in the spring, of course, because it's spring. We're excited. We want to get out there. But the hard part about that is that we really got to water them throughout the summer, especially when it gets really hot. So the nice thing about fall is that the temperatures are cooler. We tend to get rain fairly consistently. So you can get those new trees and shrubs in the ground, and they're not quite as stressed to have to go through winter, and then get some roots started and they're ready to go the next year.
It's not as hot whenever you're planting.
And it's nicer. Exactly, that too, yeah.
So what sort of plants are we thinking about with the fall? What sort of things should
definitely trees and shrubs are great. That's a great time to plant any type of shrub. This is just a kind of a shade rhododendron here. Any type of trees or shrub. You can also do things like perennials this time of year too. So if you're seeing those fall blooming things in the garden center, you can get those into the ground now. And the key is that you don't wait too long. You don't want to plant them on Halloween because then it's going to be too cold and you're not going to have time to get some roots going. But yeah, fall is great for planting.
Well, I just think about like mums at this point. Yeah. Like that's the official, I feel like, flower of fall.
It sure is, yeah. And if you plant them now, and you water them really well, you might have some good success getting them to overwinter as a perennial. But if you wait too long, you just kind of enjoy them on the porch. And
that's okay.
Yeah,
that's
get some new ones next year.
There's a tree walk coming up,
There is, yeah. So speaking of trees, our Master Naturalist volunteers are going to be doing a free tree walk at Fairview Park on Sunday. So from 2 to 4, you can stop in, learn some tips for tree identification, figure out maybe some of the trees that you have in your own yard. They're going to have some activities for kids, I think. So yeah, Sunday looks like the weather's going to be great, so you can stop by Fairview Park from 2 to 4.
We'll just put in a good word with meteorologist Jessica Dobson there.
Looks pretty good so far.
All right, Candace, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll be right back.
You're watching Central Illinois' best source for news and weather.
Thanks for joining us on WAND News at Noon. Meteorologist Jessica Dobson here to bring us great news about the weather today. It feels amazing outside.
Yeah, if you haven't been outside yet, you're doing yourself a very large disservice because it is such a beautiful day. I think you could probably turn off the air conditioning too.
You know, you could just sit on the porch today.
Oh, it's so nice. It's really a shame if you have to go to work like me and Karen, because it's just
we're
such
off.
I know, we're counting down the minutes here, but you know, a live look outside. This is overlooking Warrensburg, Latham. Oh, such a nice day. Crystal clear blue skies. You know, you need a rainy day to truly appreciate a day as beautiful as this one, because we're seeing just lots of sunshine so far for today. And temperature wise, we're not in bad shape. We're sitting in the upper 60s and low 70s, although temperatures are quickly warming up. So 70 right now in places like Bloomington and Shelbyville, 71 for Champaign, Decatur, Springfield, Jacksonville, and Carlinville. A bit warmer along I-70, 75 in Vandalia, and 74 in Effingham. So heading throughout the rest of today, continue to expect more of the same, just a few degrees warmer temperature-wise. We're going to be seeing lots of sunshine. Clear skies remain throughout the overnight hours, but I will be talking more on when we could potentially see the return of 80-degree temperatures coming up in my full forecast.
Well, hundreds of thousands of travelers are stranded across the world after the world's oldest travel firm collapsed. The company Thomas Cook has gone out of business after it filed to secure a rescue package from its lenders. The UK Civil Aviation Authority says since the company has stopped trading, all of the flights have been canceled.
That this outcome will be devastating to many people and will cause a lot of anxiety, stress and disruption.
Well, it currently has 600,000 people abroad, forcing governments and insurance companies to coordinate a huge rescue operation. One passenger says they've been saving up for this trip and now they're stuck.
The airport, literally just walked through the doors and we got handed this leaflet saying that we haven't got a flight and we haven't got a holiday. There's 9 of us on the holiday and we've got nothing.
Well, the regulator and government will work to bring the customers home over the next 2 weeks. Well, the nickel and diming of passengers is really adding up for the airline industry. According to a new study from IdeaWorks, money from add-on purchases like baggage fees, snacks, and extra legroom has topped $35 billion. American Airlines ranked in the most with $7.2 billion, but per passenger, the average spend on extras that was the highest for customers on Spirit Airlines. They spend almost $51 on extras per flight. And for those who travel by air, have you ever wondered about the water on the airlines? Well, a study from City University of New York has ranked 11 major airlines and 12 regional carriers as a water health score. It's based on 10 criteria, including fleet size, water sample, reports, and the airline's willingness to answer water quality questions. Alaska Airlines and Allegiant tied for the top spot with the safest water in the sky, followed by Hawaiian Airlines. Spirit Airlines and JetBlue had the lowest scores. And according to AAA, the other travel experts, this week would be the week to lock down holiday travel plans. Even though it's over 2 months away, it's not too early to book travel for Thanksgiving. Travel agents say booking early will give you the best deals on flights and hotels. Janine Tortman, the travel agent, says picking that right airport is key.
A lot of times these smaller regional airports have better flight times, less delays, and easier access to traffic to and from the airport.
Well, if you're thinking about booking a flight, it's best to start your research and book the flight before October the 27th. Well, the Macon County Health Department says it's found this year's first case of West Nile virus in a batch of mosquitoes in the county. Last year, more than 100 positive samples of the virus were found in mosquitoes throughout the county. This year, it took the public health officials almost 3/4 of the year to find any. No people have tested positive for West Nile virus in Macon County this year. Officials say the majority who contract it never even know, but for some, the virus can be severe effects.
The large percentage of people that would have the virus, they have no symptoms. Some will have flu-like symptoms, and then if it becomes neurological, neuroinvasive, then it could cause paralysis and could even cause death.
Well, the Mosquito Abatement District says you can't tell by looking at mosquitoes if it's carrying West Nile virus. The best thing to do is use mosquito repellent and drain any standing water that's on your property. Well, researchers found doctors may be doing enough to help teens, not enough to help quit teen smoking. The study comes from Boston Children's Hospital, who studied 80,000 teens and young adults who were addicted to nicotine. They found that only 4% received counseling to help them quit the habit, while a little over 1% were were prescribed medication, and only 1 in 1,000 did both, which the experts say could double or triple if the chances of quitting. Well, looking ahead, a local school district is fighting to keep teens away from substance abuse. Tonight, Decatur Public Schools will host a forum to help parents talk to their teens about drug abuse. It's called Raising Drug-Free Teens in a Drug-Using World. Author and international speaker Mark Sanders will teach parenting styles to prevent substance abuse and more. It will last from 6 until 7:30 at MacArthur High School. Well, some people in Central Illinois took the chance to take a breath yesterday and celebrate the International Day of Peace. A group gathered at Old Kings Orchard Peace Park in Decatur. They promoted peace by bringing people of all generations together for conversation. The conversation's purpose: unite the community by offering a laid-back setting.
We would like to celebrate Peace Day and peace in our city and within ourselves and in our world.
Well, Pastor Hutchinson says they use the event to socialize the community members so they can learn practical ways to bring peace to the area. Well, dropping the ball to help local students for the second straight year, the Junior Welfare Association hosted its golf ball drop fundraiser in Decatur over the weekend. The idea is to drop golf balls on the green, and whoever gets the closest gets the most money. The event raised close to $20,000, which will be given to grants and scholarships for local students.
I'm a school teacher, and so it greatly impacts me because if I have a student in my class who is in need of shoes, socks, or underwear, I know specifically our organization allows this child to go to Kohl's and to get what they need.
Well, if you didn't get the chance to participate this year, there's another fundraiser coming up in April. Well, kids have a lot on their plate with classes, homework, clubs, and sports. It's hard to find time to do much else, but one Muhammad boy took some of his time to put together a service project with a little twist. WAND's Kenny Ramirez shares how Nathan Stabler is reaching out to help people without homes through sports.
He looked at me and he said, "You know, Mom," he goes, "I really do not like seeing people that don't have addresses."
This conversation coming from an 8-year-old. His name is Nathan.
I just had something tug at my heart.
So he says he wanted to find a way to help the homeless and those in need.
He has a heart so big that he really notices people that are not necessarily as fortunate as he is.
And his big heart will help him accomplish one thing he's been working towards.
Go up in Leaders for Life martial arts, and I have to get my black belt. I'm a recommended black belt right now.
So he used this as an opportunity to create an all-star event where people can come out and play some sports, donate money, and eat some good food.
Nathan's All-Star Sports Experience. So people have the opportunity to have 3 different soccer experiences, 3 different football experiences, 3 different baseball experiences, and 3 different basketball experiences.
His initial goal was to raise $15,000.
He has already, before this event, because of friends and Facebook, $3,400. I just gave another $1,000 to them from our church community, so he's up to $4,400.
And the money will be donated to an organization called Salt and Light.
This is certainly by far the largest thing that we have seen a kid put together in order to support and partner in the work that we're doing. And so when I heard about it, I thought it was great.
And now all that's left is his black belt exam. Good luck, Nathan. In Muhammad, Kenny Ramirez, WAND News.
Well, get this, Nathan's mom says they've raised $5,400. Well, a local university is making an electronic addition to its sports complex. Eastern Illinois is opening a new esports arena this afternoon. The Student Recreation Center near Lance Gym. Officials say the arena was created to meet the needs of online gaming audience. The ribbon cutting ceremony starts at 3:30 in Charleston. You know, Jessica, fall is here because it's the first day of fall, and we're actually feeling it this time.
Mother Nature actually listened, this go around, because the past few weeks she's not. But,
she hasn't.
Today is honestly, it's probably going to be one of the most beautiful days so far this week.
Oh, wow.
We saw some showers work in late last night into this morning. Even through parts of yesterday we saw some rain, but over the past 24 hours we picked up a little more than 1/10 of an inch of rain in Decatur, but right now winds are fairly calm. Temperature sitting at 71 degrees. If we could just bottle up this weather today and just keep it all year long, that would be fabulous. But yesterday's rain really makes you appreciate a day like today. I'm going to be talking more, though, on the warm-up we have on the way coming up after the break.